Welcome to Sailing El Jaleo. I am a mid-40-year-old who in my early 40s became disillusioned with modern society and all of its promises and pitfalls. Feeling that life was getting a little too boring, I decided to do the logical thing, which is to buy a 40-year-old sailboat and spend the next 3 or 4 years converting it into a long-range off-grid sailing vessel. Or it might have just been a midlife crisis, who knows. From there, I enlisted the help of my trusty crew, and we've been spending the last 3 years going up and down the east coast of the United States, learning how to sail, learning how to read charts, how to navigate, how to read tides, and basically just how to survive on a sailboat. From here, we plan on spending one more summer up north, doing one last round of upgrades before finally escaping the United States in late 2024 or early 2025. These are our adventures. Feel free to come along if you'd like. After spending approximately 8 weeks in the St. Augustine area, it was time to start heading north. We wanted to try and get to Chesapeake Bay a little bit earlier this year so we can spend some time exploring. Alrighty, I guess we might as well go ahead and get right into it. Grab a drink, climb aboard, and let's get going. Leaving Matanzas Inlet for the final time this season was a little bittersweet. It's not often that we find a location that works perfectly for us, and Matanzas Inlet was one of those locations, and we're going to miss it. We'll definitely stop here next year for an extended period. One of the things that made Matanzas Inlet really work for us was the isolated beaches that are geographically isolated on all 4 sides, and that allowed me to get the puppy dogs onto the beach and let them run around free, which is not something I can do very often. A lot of times when we're in populated areas, the free dinghy docks will be at piers, they'll be at parks, they're at places where typically there are a lot of people. And I'm not going to lie, it might come as a shock, but having 3 dogs that are a little bit wild, that are pack animals, and trying to control them all just by myself can be challenging, especially when there are a lot of other people around. And the dogs are so darn cute that everyone wants to run over and pet them, which just creates a massive, massive problem. So we avoid those types of situations. You know, Linus, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Alaskan Klee-Kais. They're basically miniature huskies. They're not supposed to like people. And 2 out of the 3 of mine are very wary of people. Neptune and Hanwi absolutely don't like it when people, strangers touch them. They'll stay away, which is great. I love that. Linus, on the other hand, absolutely loves humans. He will absolutely bum rush and maul. I'm not saying maul like, you know, attack and bite and kill, but he will just go full force and just mob anyone looking for affection because he just loves attention. He loves his pets. He loves his licks. And sometimes when he's giving out his licks, he gets a little bit overzealous and puts a little nip in there. And, you know, when you're dealing with strangers, a little nip, even not hard, that doesn't break the skin, can cause problems. So I don't like to put the puppy dogs in that situation. And them being pack animals that have very, very, very strong prey drives, they tend not to listen to you. Once they see a squirrel or something small that they can kill, they see red, and nothing will stop them. If Neptune saw something, he would be gone, and he would keep chasing it until he died of a heart attack. That's the way they work. So there's no breaking of them of that. Neptune is very stubborn. Linus will do anything to get affection from another human. So, and Hanwi, actually, surprisingly, she's a very headstrong little gal, but she actually listens to me very well. I think her size makes her feel a little more vulnerable, so if I call her, she will come, which is awesome. I wish the other 2 were that way, but that's just not the way that breed works. If you know anything about Huskies or Klee-Kais, you should never ever let them off the leash unless they were penned in on 4 sides, and that's what we had at Matanzas Inlet. We had 4 natural barriers. We were on a beach that humans never went to, which was awesome. and it worked out really great for us. So it's very rare that we find those perfect locations, and we're gonna miss it. What do you think, Boom? What do you think, Tunes? What do you think, buddy? You were like, oh my goodness. Why is everyone so worked up? Huh? What? Oh, be careful there, fish. Be careful, buddy. Hey, y'all. I just got back from town. We, after spending a week in Matanzas Inlet, we are back here in St. Augustine by Volano Beach. And we're going to be here for a few days. We're just going to do some reprovisioning before we head north. So, and I do have to pick up a new scrub brush and scrub the bottom of the hull because it does have a little bit of clag on it. Not anything too major, but it does slow us down. You know, a little bit of hair algae over the whole hull does slow you down significantly. So we got to get that cleaned up before we head north. And it's going to be a slow trek north. We're not going to be in any hurry, so it might take us 3 months to get back to Delaware, but that's fine. But yeah, the weather here today is actually a nice day, but the weather doesn't look like it's going to be getting super nice anytime soon. I mean, it is getting better. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely getting nicer. And someone stuck their head in a grease bucket. I got most of it cleaned up. Can you show them your greasy face? Yeah, can you show him your greasy face, buddy? Yeah. He had a ring right around his snout where he put his head in the smoker, or the Traeger grill's grease bucket, so yeah. Not his finest moment. What do you think, fish? What do you think, buddy? What do you think, grease face? But anyway, yeah, so we're gonna head north. I'm going to spend a lot of time in Chesapeake Bay working on those videos that I've got to get done. So yeah, I guess there's not really much else to say besides that. So hope y'all are well, and hope it's warming up wherever y'all are. And I guess I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hey y'all, how about a real-time update? So video life has actually caught up to real life since we've been in the same area for about 8 weeks now. And today is the 29th of February. This video will be going live tomorrow. And we've been in St. Augustine now for about 10 days. And prior to that, we had only been in Matanzas Inlet for about a week. So we had a full load of water still. So trying to maximize resources, we had a bunch of things we wanted to get done in St. Augustine. And one of those was laundry. Since we had so much extra water, I got 3 loads of laundry done and got it all hung out and dried, so life is good there. I also needed to get that scrub brush handle, which the marina did not stock, or the ship store, but they could order it, so they did order it. It took a few days to get in, that's no problem. And we had to get a couple of other things. I had to get more pellets for the grill, just some fresh meats and fresh veggies. I actually haven't done my last fresh veggie run. I probably won't do that till Sunday. We are hunkered down right now due to high winds, and this weekend is the start of the 2024 Formula One season, which I'm super stoked about. I watched both practice sessions this morning, and I'm getting ready for the weekend there. And it's windy. It's going to be windy tomorrow as well, so we wouldn't have gone anywhere anyway. So why not enjoy the opening weekend? And also, one other thing I did not account for when I made plans. I always filter my drinking water. I have my drinking water separate and I filter it. I'm kind of picky about that. And one thing that I didn't account for was the difference in total dissolved solids between Delaware and Florida in their municipal water supply. So when I did my testing to extrapolate how many filters I would need for the trip, I was using Delaware data, and I should have looked up Florida data. The total dissolved solids are much higher in Florida, so I'm burning through water filters way quicker than I had anticipated. So I did have to find some more water filters, which I did finally track down. Oh, it's okay, Weeks. It's okay. Relax, Princess. I'm almost done. So, we should be able to get back on the road on I'm hoping Sunday or Monday, one or the two, and then we'll start making our way back up to Delaware. You okay, Princess? You need to go outside? What do you need? All right, I got to take care of the puppy dogs. And that's all we have time for this week. I would love to give a massive shout out to my Patreon crew. Without your guys' support, I would not make these videos. And my Patreon crew is Joan and Juddy Judnick, Val and Chris Alcorn, Denise and Eli Sackett, Sherry Erickson, Deb Shaw, Matthew Spotten, and Peter Allen. Thank you guys so much for your support. It really means the world to me. And I do have one legacy patron member. Her name is Joan Lindbo. Unfortunately, she has passed on, but she lives on in our hearts forever. We miss you, Joan. If you are interested in joining our Patreon crew, there is a link in the description down below. That'll take you to our Patreon page where you can sign up, and that'll give you access to hundreds of behind-the-scenes photos and videos and real-time updates, let you know where we're at and what's going on. And you would help support the channel, which would be awesome. If you do like our videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. That helps us out more than you'll ever know. Alrighty, I hope you all are well, and we'll see you next week.